Hi my souls, welcome to your Gemini new moon in-depth collective reading. Now I did kind of already pick up on some energies over on my TikTok, so if you did come from that reading, hi, hello, thank you for supporting me on here on YouTube. We have such an amazing, loving, wonderful community, and I'm so very thankful that you are here with me today. So I did want to recap a little bit on what we picked up on because it's some important stuff, and then we're going to pull some more cards on what is going to come from this new moon in Gemini energy for you in this month of June 2024. Wow, I feel like I said that really weird. In this month of, who says that? Anyways, I am actually going to spray a little bit of Brujita vibes. It's just like a little mist. I don't sell these, by the way. I got this from my spiritual store, but it's really good to protect your energy when you are doing readings, even if you are just watching a virtual reading like this one. So if you're wondering how you can protect your energy, I always have that in the description box of all of my readings. So you already know. All right. So we did get the 5 of coins and the 2 of wands, which indicated some type of energy where you were either wounded or you felt disappointed, or maybe you felt like there was a step back in your life, like maybe you were let go of a job, or maybe you felt like, you were left on red or something like that. There was definitely a little ouchy here, okay? And this affected your ego. However, the new moon energy is urging you to move forward and to take action on your plans and to look ahead, okay? There was a lot of moving on energy. We did get the moving on card. This is where I was talking about where it's kind of really important. Why is that not focusing? There you go. I didn't want to blind you guys there. Now, this moving on energy is the biggest theme of June. And in order to move on, the universe is going to show us the truth about situations in our face. So do not be scared of this energy. I know Gemini can kind of get a bad rap sometimes, but Gemini truly is a truth seeker. Don't take a shot every time I said the word truth there, okay? Because it's not going to be the vibe. But we are going to be focusing on our communication skills this month. Your self-awareness is going to be all the way up here. Okay, honey bun, your self-awareness is going to be a big theme this month for you. So now let's get some new cards. Really trying to connect with yourself, being able to hold space for yourself and for others when you are being shown the truth about situations and experiences. Some of this may be hurtful, okay? I am picking up that for some of you, there is going to be exes coming back around, okay? I do want to pick up some of your higher self energy. So like, where's your soul at right now from your higher self? And I'm going to do that with the Wild Unknown Archetypes cards by Kim Kranz. Very beautiful deck. I rarely use this deck because it's so hard to shuffle. Like, this thing is huge. It's like half the size of my head, but I do feel like it's really important for today's reading, and these are very in-depth messages, so I'm really excited to read this and to show you guys what we got here. Okay, let's see what messages are coming through. Where is your soul trying to align to right now? Where's your soul trying to align to right now? Where is it taking you in June? I'm getting money here. So I do feel like some doors are going to be opening up where there's going to be new opportunities in your financial and career parts of your life. So I do feel like your soul's, oh, and I'm hearing more lines. So the money isn't just going to be like this job that's paying you minimum wage, or that is requiring so much of you, or that has a really bad schedule or whatever. No, it's going to be something that's aligned, that's going to make you happy. You're going to feel really good with either the work or the conditions in which you're working in, or both, right? Why not get the best of both worlds, right? So, Hannah Montana. Some of you may have been into Hannah Montana as a kid. Guilty as charged. That was my guilty pleasure. I begged my mom to take me to go watch that Hannah Montana movie, and I went. That's right. But let's see. I am getting called to just grab some cards from the top. So I'm getting 3s and 4s and 6s are going to be significant. So if you're seeing 3 is about expansion. 3 is about coming together, joining forces. So 3 is that card of, I wouldn't say community, but more of like, what resources do you have that you can utilize and actually going through with those things. Whereas the number 4 is about stability. It's a little bit more conservative, but it does lay the groundwork in order for you to build on, right? And then 6 is the community number, is the nurturing number, is the number of the lovers. And it's funny because the new moon is on the 6th, right? So it's great that 6 is coming through. So we do have a dead end card here. So with the dead end energy, again, truths are going to be revealed to you. What is a dead end will show itself clearly, clear as day, crystal clear, okay, as a dead end. So it's okay to mourn these endings. It's okay to go through your process and grieve these things. I do feel like you've been asking for this closure. So this is the month of closures. Okay. We do have the self. Wow. Isn't that crazy? We were just talking about self-awareness. Yeah. This is the month for you to actually let yourself shine, for you to let your true colors show as well. So as you are being shown the truth, also give the truth, right? So this is not the month where you hold back. This is the month where you send that text. This is the month where you stand your ground, where you set your boundaries, where you reinforce your boundaries. Okay, this is the month where you let yourself shine. This is the month where you connect to your heart chakra. I'm getting heart chakra activation is going to be heavy for a lot of you. And for some of you, if you are in a twin flame journey, I'm not going to make this whole thing about love, but I am getting to give a message to the twin flames really quickly. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to pull a tarot card to kind of get the full twin flame message here. But for the twin flames, it is time for you to reunite with your soul's mission, okay? This is about realigning, especially if you are in separation. This is not about chasing. Even if you're being tempted, that's actually a test that's coming through to see if you will pass, okay? Some of you are dealing with false twin flames as well. So if you want to know more about false twin flames, I actually just posted a video, or I'm about to post a video on it. I have several videos on it, so I'll leave them here and in the description and up here as well if you want to know more about that. But they can very much emulate real twin flames, but they're just meant to activate you. So for those of you dealing with the false twin flames, with the karmics and those soulmates that are just ready to leave your life, you are going to start seeing the tower moments that are going to cause that breakage of that connection. And with a false twin flame, once and likely or similarly to a karmic, a false twin flame connection, once you are done learning your lessons, that's it, it's over, boo. That's it, there's no going back. There's no more connection there. Maybe, of course, you're gonna remember this person, but there's gonna be a heavy sense of relief. Whereas with your twin flame, you're always connected with them. They always kind of sneak back into your life. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's get that message out here for the twin flames. And then we'll go back to the more general reading in just a second. So, ooh, we got a card here. Oh, wow, the Three of Wands. What were we talking about? Threes? Were we talking about threes? And I'm getting fives. So some of you could be seeing repeating fives. Fives is about change. It's about transformation. It's about rebuilding. And we have the Three of Wands here. So for the twin flames in separation, look ahead because sorry about that. We did have some technical difficulties. It is a different day if you cannot tell, but we are back. And I'm going to stop the twin flame part of the reading because I am going to be doing a collective mid-month twin flame reading next week. So if you want to know more about what the rest of this month will bring, if you are in a twin flame connection or a twin flame-esque journey, then make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss that upload when it is up next week. But for now, I want to go deeper into what this new moon in Gemini is going to bring in regards to your career, your finances, and then I want to touch a little bit on love. And finally, I want to get you some guidance from your higher self to see what advice and what you can expect to come in for your soul and just for your own personal growth and journey. I feel like we already got a good idea of what the vibe is going to be like. Let's just go deeper into the other aspects. All right, so let's do career and money first. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna get some tarots and then we're gonna get some angel messages. I'm also being called to pull a crystal card, so I brought out my crystal deck. I haven't used this one in a while, but if you've been following me for a while, then you know what this deck is. Okay, all right, let's get into it. I don't know what those technical difficulties were. It really just surprised me, because I've never had issues like that. But anyways, we got a Six of Coins card out here in terms of your finance and career, which is already a really good sign. Also, I'm getting that bees are significant. So if you get a sign where you see a bee, it doesn't have to be an actual bee. It could be in a book, it could be in a drawing, it could be somebody talking about bees. So sometimes you have to kind of dispense your logic when it comes to the signs that you get. If you ask for a specific sign, like let's say you do ask for the B sign, don't expect it to come in an obvious way. Always have an open mind because you never know. Anyways, let's get another card because I do want to get a few more details on this. Can we get more cards on what this new moon in Gemini energy will bring in terms of the viewer's career and financial opportunities? Let me see, my table's over here. That's why I'm turning. Oop, we got a card. Okay, we got the Justice card. That is actually amazing. And we have the Elephant, which is also a really good sign because elephants do bring in money. So I remember when I was a kid, my mom would have elephant statues and she would tie like $1 around the trunk, and that was supposed to bring in money and prosperity into the house. Let me know, comment down below if your parents ever did that or if you've seen that. But yeah, that was just like something we used to do. Okay, and then we have the Hierophant. All right, so I do see major upgrades when it comes to your financial and career prospects, I guess you could say. This month, this new moon has the potential for you to manifest some really big steps and changes. I say steps because I'm seeing that for a lot of you, you're kind of frustrated when it comes to your career and finances. I'm seeing somebody like climbing stairs, but they're like struggling. They're like crawling up the stairs because you may be feeling frustrated. You may be feeling like you should be up here because you put in so much work and effort, but really you're not exactly where you need to be, or maybe you've been experiencing step backs. So this is saying to me that there is a balance. The universe is being generous with you this month. So keep an open mind because opportunities will not come in the ways that you expect them to come. But this is also letting you know that that carrot you've been chasing may not actually be the carrot that you want. And you may actually be more interested in the watermelon stand that you can just walk to if you get off the treadmill, if you know what I mean, right? Or if you stop chasing that carrot, maybe you turn the corner and there's an even bigger opportunity for it. So don't be afraid to switch things up and change, because Gemini is all about new ideas, fresh energy coming through. With the Justice card, I do feel like if you were in an unfair situation, or if you were feeling sorry for yourself specifically, I do feel like there's a lot of self-doubt that has been cleansed in the collective this past month. So that will continue within this month. And the Justice card is just letting you know that you are going to get justice, and you need to trust that what is meant for you will find you, and the universe has always got your back. Sometimes rejection is protection, okay? You probably hear that a lot online, but it is actually true. I know it's kind of turned into a cliche, but if you've experienced it, then you know. And I'm getting a message right now from Spirit. They're telling me to remind you, or to give you this tip, where if you're somebody who tends to ruminate on negativity, if you tend to kind of stay stuck in sadness, and maybe you take a few days to process that negative energy, instead of remembering what went wrong, start focusing on the memories of what went right. Sometimes after for example, I have social anxiety. And so after I go to a social event or I get invited out somewhere, I'm meeting new people and talking to them, in the moment, people think that I'm really good at talking and that I'm a natural at this. But after I go home, I just start getting waves of anxiety. So I don't get the anxiety when I'm talking to the people. I get the anxiety afterwards, where I am just like, oh my God, and I'm focusing on all these things that I said. And maybe I thought the conversation went well, and all of a sudden everything I said was wrong and dumb. And why did I say that? And why did they say that? Did they actually mean it this way and I took it this way? Now they think I'm dumb because I didn't take it the right way. Like, I just start getting in my head. So it's kind of like learning to observe those things, taking notes, right? We're not ignoring them, we're processing, we're releasing, and then learning to replace those habits with remembering the good things that went right in those interactions. We have the Hierophant here. Now the Hierophant is kind of an interesting card, because with all of the major arcana, there can be many layers and meanings depending on which cards come out. But with the Justice and the Hierophant and the Six of Coins, I'm sensing that there is something about needing to feel balanced within yourself. So maybe you are going to have, for example, 2 career or financial opportunities. One is going to feel more aligned, but it's going to be way outside of your comfort zone, or it's going to be something that you never thought you could do. So this is the energy of holding out for something better. Don't jump into the first option just because it's the most logical option. This is the month to really listen to your intuition and start making steps towards what your soul has been calling you to do, towards where your passions are leading you, right? So this is about being a little bit more of an extrovert if you're used to being an introvert, or vice versa. If you're too extroverted, maybe you want to be a little bit more introspective, and maybe you want to be a little bit more selfish and Just know that it's okay to spend time with yourself, you know, or vice versa. Again, everybody's individual journey is going to have your own set of unique challenges, but this is about taking the steps to overcome those challenges and trusting that the right opportunities are going to come towards you. Overall, I do see a lot of rebalancing and a lot of you kind of breaking out, being okay with that chaos in order to see that balance that's coming next, right? Oh. And that is your sign. I am going to be picking out a crystal card. Like I said, I felt really called to do that. So let's pick out a... All right, you guys, third time's the charm. I do think that this time we will get it to go through. The issue was actually my memory card, so I had to buy a new memory card and wait for that to come in. So now we're here. Anyways, we're gonna get you a crystal card, like I promised, okay? And I do have the other cards over here. I use selenite to lock in the cards while we're waiting. Let's get a crystal card. What is the best crystal card that this new moon energy in Gemini will bring to your life today? Ooh. Wow, we got a few different cards. Wow, so we do have Moldavite here. I actually have Moldavite. Let me just show you guys my ring. This is my Moldavite ring. You guys can see that. This is a big piece of Moldavite. You may not want to get that big of a piece. Moldavite is actually a very transformative stone. We have 4 here. And golden sheen or gold sheen obsidian. I'll tell you what these cards mean in just a second. I just want to show you what we have. Obsidian is actually really cool as well because obsidian is a very protective stone and so is Moldavite. And then we have a ruby. Ooh, interesting. This is very, very cool energy coming through for you guys. And blue topaz. So that's what that looks like. Wow. So with the Moldavite card, there is a healing energy coming through. And with all the cards, I'm seeing not only healing as a common denominator, but I'm also seeing connection, protection, and your soul is really aligning you to the right people and places and time with all of these cards. Because with Ruby, we have passion, increased abundance, lucid dreaming, and light of the soul. So if you've been going through your dark night of the soul, which is like a really intense spiritual awakening, if you know, you know, you're overcoming that and you're starting to step into your light of the soul. So you're going to notice a very big energy shift if you haven't already, because some of you may already be picking up on this energy leading up to the new moon. Let me know if that's you in the comments. It's definitely me almost every single time. But what I'm trying to say is there is going to be a big energy shift in your mood and your energy. So if you've been feeling like you need a lot of rest, this new moon in Gemini energy is going to bring in that upheaval, that energy, that positivity that you were looking for, that pick me up. Okay, like coffee without the coffee, that kind of energy. The blue topaz is talking about finding a spiritual ally. So I do feel like you are going to meet somebody that is very significant for you in this incarnation of your soul. Somebody that you will consider soul family. So that's going to be super important for you. The Moldavite card, I keep getting drawn back to it. And I do want to say that Moldavite is very, very significant. Again, if you know, you know, the stone is not for the weak. This is not a beginner crystal. So I do feel like if you are resonating with this message, this is not your first rodeo, okay? You are already in your spirituality. Maybe you're looking to increase your spiritual connection. Maybe you're looking for that next phase, that next awakening, that next era. I do feel like the new moon in Gemini is going to awaken a new era for everybody as a collective, but specifically, like there's a very specific message coming through for some of you that have already been in it. There's going to be new experiences dropping into your life. Now, Spirit is saying your mindset is going to be really important because, and by the way, the golden obsidian does talk about new experiences, so I just wanted to confirm that's where that energy is coming from. It's going to be about your mindset shift. So you have to shift your mindset. Sometimes you may be feeling like, oh man, it really sucks that this person doesn't like me, that they rejected me, or that they left me on red and left me with no explanation, right? But if you change your mindset and you're like, okay, actually, let's take a step back. Let's take a note at what this relationship was. You're most likely going to figure out that you deserve better. So instead of feeling sorry for yourself or feeling like, oh, what's wrong with me? Why can't I attract this person? Or this person doesn't love me? Like focusing too much on them. What's wrong with them? Are they okay? You're going to change your whole mindset because that's coming from lack, and you're going to go straight into this mentality of actually there is better out there for me. This door closed because it wasn't the love that I deserved, and by accepting it, I was telling the universe that that is where I was at this lower vibration. But by now accepting not them, but the fact that that door closed, I'm telling the universe that I know that I deserve more, so more is going to come to me. I hope that that made sense. I feel like that was, again, a bit of a tangent, but yeah, increased abundance with the ruby cards. So definitely your mindset shift is going to affect your abundance, and you're going to feel called to really work on your passion. So again, if you felt like you had no energy, if you felt like you wanted to stay in bed, or you were relying on certain vices and things like that, those things aren't going to work anymore. You're not going to feel good doing that anymore, and you're going to have this increased energy. Now, that is going to help you attract more abundance, right? Because in order to bring in money, in order to bring in, you know, a new body, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you're going to need some type of movement. You're going to need to experience different things throughout your day, right? It's the day by day things. Some of the ways that you can manifest really quickly is through experiences. I feel like I made a video where I talked about that. But anyways, that's kind of your message there. I'm not going to go too much deeper than that because I do feel like this video is already super long. But I did say I was going to give you a detailed reading today. So yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to get some messages from your higher self. Oh no, actually, we're going to get you an angel message in regards to your abundance flow. Oops, let me see, this card almost fell. We're gonna get you an angel message, and then we're gonna ask your higher self what they want to let you know. All right, so angels, what message do we have in regards to what this new moon in Gemini is gonna bring for money and career and just abundance in general, right? What do we have here? Okay, yeah. You're gonna become a master manifester. You're gonna start learning the things that you weren't ready to learn in the past. Some of you may already understand manifesting. You may already have tried a few different things here and there. There's gonna be almost like this leveling up to your manifestation skill, and it's gonna be really important. So anyways, we have visualize abundance in all forms. So your angels are actively working on helping you learn these manifestation skills that are going to bring in that abundance and what you are desiring and help you align with your passion, wherever your passions are. I feel like for the collective right now, you're kind of lost. You're not really sure where to go. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. Sometimes there's things that you just can't plan out in life. If you've been feeling like you've been struggling with planning things and thinking further ahead, it's okay. You're not the only one, okay? And that rest period that we just all went through, it was very necessary. You needed that and you deserved it. God gave you such a great spiritual power, or we're not just talking about that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision for that of which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. And then we have bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps you shift to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike or with your pet, or meditate beneath a tree, garden, or sit under the stars, or do some other activity that helps you connect to the limitless vastness. So if that's going to the beach and laying out in the sun for a bit, then that's you know. I personally do like to meditate in the grass. I like to ground. I'll take off my shoes and just walk in the grass. I used to be really scared of doing that because I don't like bugs and dirt and things, but I got over it. So, it's a process, it's baby steps. And I do enjoy going on walks, W-A-L-K. I gotta spell it out because my dog got a little too excited when I said that. But yes, so let's get you a message from your higher self. We're gonna get you some from the Spellcasting Oracle deck, and then we're gonna get you a Divine Codes Oracle message as well. And that will be the end of this, but this is going to be your overall message from your higher self. Okay. What is this Gemini new moon energy going to bring into your life? Let me know if you are enjoying this more detailed kind of reading. I might do these every month, or maybe I'll do one for the full moon. Let me know by liking this video and leaving me a comment. Okay, so I do feel like I need to... There's a card that wants to pop out. Here we go. Oh, travel. Wow. So some of you may be traveling. For some of you, you may be feeling reconnected with certain parts of yourself that you used to hide. So maybe if you really like to travel, but you always had these limiting thoughts of, oh, I can't take time off work, or I don't make enough money, or who's going to go with me? I don't want to go alone. All those things are suddenly going to start dissipating, and roads will open up for you to have these travel opportunities. That doesn't mean that you're going to travel this month. It could for some of you, but I do feel like the rest of the year, there's going to be some unexpected travel opportunities where it's really going to align you to open up. For some of you, it's going to be soul travel. So maybe you'll open up more with meditation and finding yourself. So sometimes the travel doesn't have to be physical. For some of you, maybe both. So let's get in here and see what is the final message from your higher self. And if you did enjoy this video, you may enjoy this reading over here or over here. Sorry. And let me get you your final card in the meantime. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to rest and retreat. A call to slow down. Come back into your own energy. This is really important. One, because rainbows represent new beginnings and they represent kind of this beautiful phenomenon that happens after a storm, right? After a crazy time. So I do feel like this period of rest that you've been in, it's not something that you forget about. Once you have energy, don't burn yourself out. I know we've been talking about all this energy coming back and you being more aligned with your projects and kind of having this fire lit under your butt and just going for the things you need to go for, maybe even traveling and all of that, right? But with spirituality, the lessons are not, it's not like a flower where you just take the petal off and you're like done, like that's it. It's more of you have to learn to remember your lessons. This is why journaling is so important when it comes to manifesting and to growing, for me at least, because I am not really good at recalling, so writing things down helps me recall. But anyways, it's important to know that if you learned how to rest these past few months or these past few weeks, don't just throw that away, and once you get a little bit of energy, you burn yourself out. That's really important as well. It's about taking note and learning from your past mistakes. So when you need to rest, rest. And then the energy will naturally come back up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.